Regardless of the support offered, before investing energy in insoluble situations, be attentive. This video guides on signs indicating an attempt to open a locked door. We discuss 9 types that prefer not to accept help, facing challenges alone. Subscribe to our channel for valuable content. Before we begin, check if you're already subscribed. If not, go ahead, subscribe, and like what you see so that more teachings like this reach you through notifications. Comment to expand the reach of this video. Let's start with the 9th type, those who live in false realities. The human experience harbors those who deviate into the realms of falsehood. They build alternative realities, residing in self-authored narratives, clinging to illusion as truth. Crafting a deceptive fabric conceals their lives, avoiding inconvenient truths in favor of comforting fantasies. To confront oneself frankly is to abandon a life according to whims. The challenge with these souls is their deeply rooted belief in fairy tales, denying other points of view. They manipulate facts to fit accepted fiction, requiring an experienced psychological professional for genuine transformation. This reflects current political discourse, where people cling to doctrines, ignoring rational errors. The human experience, as mentioned, harbors those who deviate into the realms of falsehood. Here are some key points to clarify this concept. Construction of own narratives. These individuals build stories and narratives that are self-authored. Instead of facing reality as it is, they create an alternative version that aligns with their hopes and personal desires. Clutching illusion as truth. It is emphasized that these people cling to illusion as if it were the truth. Instead of confronting inconvenient truths, they prefer to live in a world of comforting fantasies, creating a kind of deceptive fabric to cover uncomfortable realities. Avoiding inconvenient truths. The act of facing reality frankly is described as abandoning a life according to whims. Here, it is suggested that people of this type consciously avoid facing the truth and prefer to live according to their convenient versions of reality. The challenge with these people lies in their deep belief in fairy tales, preventing them from accepting other points of view or facts that do not fit into their narratives. Genuine change often requires the intervention of an experienced psychological professional. In 8th place, the opportunists, as described, turn empathy into an opportunity for exploitation. This implies that these people, instead of valuing empathy as a genuine exchange of feelings, see it as a weakness to be exploited. Distinguishing between genuine friends and fake allies, as mentioned, requires vigilant observation of these people's actions and intentions. The explorers, as mentioned, expose themselves through consistent patterns of trivial requests. This characteristic suggests that, instead of seeking support in truly necessary moments, they often request favors or help for trivial situations or those they could handle on their own. This constant behavior serves as an indicator of their true intentions. The suggestion to combine the generosity of the heart with the caution of the mind emphasizes the importance of balancing empathy with wisdom. While it is virtuous to be generous and empathetic, it is equally crucial to exercise discernment to avoid being exploited. This approach ensures that compassion is directed wisely, ensuring that benevolent actions are genuinely deserved. These types of people highlight complex social dynamics, from the exploitation of empathy to the importance of attentive observation to distinguish authentic relationships. The combination of generosity and caution represents a balanced approach to interpersonal interactions, ensuring that compassion is expressed meaningfully and not misused. Some induce guilt, habitually seeking help even when they can handle situations independently. Consider distancing yourself from them for your well-being. 7th place, individuals avoiding acknowledgement of faults. Egocentrics are individuals who believe the universe revolves around them. Their self-adulation creates a challenging social dynamic, as constant self-focus can drain the energy and joy of those around them. Dialogue with these individuals often turns into a monologue, where their own experiences and opinions are the only meaningful narrative. The decision to stay with egocentric people depends on various factors. It's vital to assess whether the relationship is mutually beneficial and if there's room for balanced dialogue. If the relationship becomes one-sided, where only the needs and desires of the egocentric are valued, considering distancing may be necessary. Demanding recognition of others' feelings is a valid approach. Clearly communicating the need for emotional reciprocity can be a crucial step in establishing healthy boundaries. However, it's essential to be aware that behavior change can be challenging for egocentrics as they are often stuck in entrenched patterns. Considering distancing is a measure of self-preservation. If coexisting with an egocentric becomes emotionally exhausting and there are no signs of change, distancing may be necessary to protect your own emotional energy and maintain healthier relationships. Dealing with egocentrics involves assessing reciprocity in the relationship and setting clear boundaries. Demanding recognition of others' feelings can be a strategy, but it's also important to consider distancing if the dynamic remains imbalanced. Ultimately, preserving one's emotional health is crucial when dealing with egocentric individuals. 6th place, individuals unwilling to acknowledge their faults. These individuals are characterized by their refusal to recognize their own faults. They lack self-criticism and humility, creating significant obstacles for personal growth and healthy interpersonal development. Stoic philosophy advocates for directly confronting imperfections as a path to personal growth. Stoics like Epictetus and Seneca considered self-criticism and humility essential elements in the pursuit of virtue and wisdom. Accepting one's faults is fundamental to inner evolution. Helping individuals who avoid acknowledging faults can be challenging. Often, this resistance is rooted in defense mechanisms or a lack of emotional awareness. Encouraging recognition of mistakes can be a delicate journey, as it requires openness and willingness on the person's part to confront uncomfortable aspects of themselves. Assistance in this context involves actively encouraging reflection on one's actions and choices. Recognizing mistakes is a fundamental step for personal growth, and this acknowledgement can be the starting point for significant changes. However, it's crucial that this journey is undertaken willingly and not as a result of external pressures. Dealing with people who avoid recognizing faults requires patience, empathy, and an approach that encourages rather than pressures. Stoic philosophy provides a valuable framework, highlighting the importance of self-criticism for personal development. Helping in this context means offering support so that the person willingly embarks on the journey of recognition and growth. 5th place, those unprepared for the future contradict Stoic principles. Those who do not prepare for the future contradict Stoic principles. While living in the present is vital, Stoicism values readiness for the future. Encouraging others to plan is a reflection of human compassion. However, the choice is personal and should be respected. 4th place, those entangled in pessimism contradict Stoic resilience. Those who are ensnared by pessimism contradict Stoic resilience. Stoics turn negative perceptions into constructive ones, embracing difficulties as opportunities for growth. Support individuals in their growth, but safeguard your well-being against their negativity. 3rd place, those avoiding blame neglect personal responsibility. Those who avoid blame neglect personal responsibility. Stoics emphasize the power to choose responses to events, encouraging introspection and self-critique. Encourage honest self-assessment, but change must come from within. 2nd place, those expecting undeserved privileges contradict Stoic values. Those who expect undeserved privileges contradict Stoic values. Stoicism teaches value through virtues and hard work, not rights. Lead by example and encourage reflection on concepts of merit and justice. 1st place, individuals avoiding acknowledgement of faults. these individuals are characterized by their refusal to recognize their own faults. They lack self-criticism and humility, which can create significant obstacles for personal growth and healthy interpersonal development. Stoic philosophy advocates for confronting imperfections directly as a path to personal growth. Stoics like Epictetus and Seneca considered self-criticism and humility essential elements in the pursuit of virtue and wisdom. Accepting one's faults is fundamental to inner evolution. Helping individuals who avoid acknowledging faults can be challenging. Often, this resistance is rooted in defense mechanisms or a lack of emotional awareness. Encouraging recognition of mistakes can be a delicate journey, as it requires openness and willingness on the person's part to confront uncomfortable aspects of themselves. The importance of encouraging the recognition of errors involves actively encouraging reflection on one's actions and choices. Recognizing errors is a fundamental step for personal growth, and this acknowledgement can be the starting point for significant changes. However, it's crucial that this journey is undertaken willingly and not as a result of external pressures. Dealing with people who avoid recognizing faults requires patience, empathy, and an approach that encourages rather than pressures. Stoic philosophy provides a valuable framework, highlighting the importance of self-criticism for personal development. Helping in this context means offering support so that the person willingly embarks on the journey of recognition and growth. Individuals resistant to learning and change. These individuals are characterized by active resistance to both learning and change. This resistance can create significant obstacles for moral and intellectual progress, as wisdom is perceived as a continuous process of learning and adaptation. In Stoic philosophy and many other philosophical traditions, wisdom is seen as an ever-evolving process. This implies being open to continuous learning, reflecting on past experiences, and being willing to adjust perspectives as new information and understandings emerge. When faced with individuals resistant to change, an effective approach is to lead by example. By demonstrating a receptive attitude to learning and adaptability, you can inspire others to reconsider their own positions and embrace change. Empathy plays a crucial role in dealing with those who resist learning and change. Trying to understand the reasons behind their resistance can open communication channels and create an environment where transformation is more likely. Respecting the journey of others. Every person has their own pace and approach to learning and change. Respecting the journey of others means recognizing and accepting that some may change in their own ways and timelines. Pressuring too much can lead to a defensive reaction and increased resistance. Accepting that change doesn't follow a single pattern is fundamental. Some people may need more time to absorb new information, while others may adapt more quickly. Tolerance for the diversity of paths and timelines contributes to a more compassionate environment and facilitates moral and intellectual progress. When dealing with individuals resistant to learning and change, it's important to adopt a patient, empathetic, and respectful approach. Accepting the continuous nature of wisdom, leading by example, and recognizing the diversity of paths are key principles for promoting an environment conducive to moral and intellectual growth. In essence, Stoicism provides a philosophical framework for navigating the complexities of life. It emphasizes virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. The Stoic approach encourages self-awareness, resilience, and a balanced perspective, aligning with the principles discussed in the video. Remember, worry less about convincing others to change and more about being an example of positive change. For more information, subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for the next video. Stay with the Creator.